Hey everyone, how are we all? Right, this video is just another enclosure build, but it all started off as a bit of a skit really. As I was doing this, I did it with the intention, put it on Instagram as a time-lapse, and a little bit of a pop at Petko for his whole review video the other week with his plastic skulls and fake plants thing. Anyway, I put the time-lapse on Instagram and the response was pretty decent, so I had a couple of messages about the full build, so I thought, right, well, I'll edit the full video and put it on here. So, like I say, the build itself is nothing special, it's just one of my usual sort of setups. This time I ain't bothering with clay balls, I'm not going bioactive because it is for a new world species that does need a bit of moisture, but nothing that would require a full bioactive setup. Plus, there'd be no point putting fake plants in a bioactive setup now, would they? So anyway, like I say, you see me here just pottering about, just getting some stones in and some cork back. What I actually did is I used the stones to set up a lower burrow, and then I positioned another piece of cork back just sort of on top of that, so the spider will have extra options. It's technically got two burrows if it wants to use them, or two hides. So just adding a bit of sphagnum moss in there. You see our fake plant's already gone in, and there's our skull. I've actually called this, as a bit of a joke, I've called it my dark den build. Sorry about my arm being in the way quite a lot. I didn't realise at the time when I was filming that the angle was as it was like. And there you can see me just getting the skull and the fake plant exactly where they need to be. Find a little bit of tinkering about here. And there we have it, the completed enclosure. See, actually doesn't look that bad. My intention was to just do this just for that little skit on Instagram and take the skull and the plastic plant out afterwards, but I've since decided to leave them in. So here we have its new inhabitant. Now this is, as I've said, a new world species. It is my Brachypelma bormi, and you'll see just now exactly what its temperament is. There you go. So it flicks hairs just for opening the lid. This is probably the worst tea that I have in regards to flicking hairs, and it's been like it right from day one. She is a confirmed female. I've had her about 2 years. She was a juvie when I got her. Funny enough, when I got back into the hobby, she was one of the first spiders I had in my first mystery box. So there you'll see, but she's like very skittish. Not aggressive, but she does flick a hell of a lot of hairs. And here, I don't know if you can really tell, but I'm barely touching her. And she's going absolutely mental. But as you can see, I mean, it was only a few seconds and she was into the new enclosure. So you can see her there. of a close-up, and again you'll see the hair flick, and I'm going to slow it down and zoom in a little bit. There you go, so you can see that kick. And in the slow motion, it all happens so quickly, you barely even realise which leg it is that's flicking them off. But yeah, just be careful handling, especially a skittish species, New World, that will kick, because you certainly don't want those in your eyes or down your throat, breathing them in. They're bad enough when you get them on your hands. So you can see it there, quite happy. So the plan now is just to leave her a few days, let her settle in, see what she makes of things, and then we'll give her a feed. So this tea is also known as the Mexican fire leg. It's native to Guerrero state in Mexico, and as I've mentioned, wouldn't say that they're known for being aggressive, but they can be a bit more skittish than most of your other brackies. You've already seen the deal with the urticating hairs. So they grow to about 5 or 6 inches full size, so this one's probably not too far off a full size. And females can live about 25 years up to, males about 7 or 8, but there have been reports of males living to 10 in captivity. Temperatures about 25 to 30 is generally best for them, and they can tolerate it a little bit wetter than the likes of your brachyhamories and things like that. So here we are, this was a few days later. She's well settled in, gave her a feed, and funnily enough, she pretty much sat on that log from the moment she went in up until this point, and I don't think she's moved from there much since anyway. So yeah, that's my Brachypelma bomi in my dark den build. I don't expect Petko to see this, but if you are watching, mate, give it a rate and cheers, and I'll see you all in the next one. Ta-da.